This is Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Today's topic is, what are the financial eligibility requirements for permanent residency in 2016?
Visa Coach. Fast, easy, and personal.
I am Fred Wall, the Visa Coach, and I am known for giving you personal one-on-one attention and for going the extra mile to create for you an impressive front-loaded application that tells your story to convince a skeptical immigration officer to approve your case. Don't risk facing immigration alone. Rookie mistakes cause tears, delays, and expensive denials. Let the Visa Coach guide you quickly and safely each step along the way. Now, this is what two of my clients, Lillian and Fernando, had to say. Fernando comes from Mexico, and I helped him get his fiancé visa and green card. The people we know that have gone through the process on their own have found it confusing, frustrating, lengthy, and costly. Immigrating to the United States is quite the ordeal, but with Fred's help, it was straightforward and free of complications. We applied for Fernando's fiancé visa in December and breezed through US Customs in early March. We also hired Fred for the process of adjusting Fernando's immigration status to permanent resident. We married in April, gathered more documents, and sent out Fernando's application in the middle of June. Fernando received permission to work in September and his green card 1 month later. I couldn't believe how fast it all happened. Fred is professional, knows the process well, and is very responsive. He was quick to answer the many questions. We will be hiring him for the removal of conditions on Fernando's green card after 2 years, as well as for the citizenship process. Lillian, I'm looking forward to working with you again. Now, let's talk about financial eligibility requirements for permanent residency. In order to successfully petition for your spouse to obtain a green card after marriage, you, the U.S. sponsor, must demonstrate to immigration that you have enough income coming in to support your spouse and household. The financial requirement is that your income must be equal to and over 125% of the poverty income level where you live. Each year, the Department of Health and Human Services publishes their poverty guidelines. The new poverty guidelines have risen about, $200 from last year. But as of March 2016, for residents in the continental US, the financial eligibility requirements for permanent residency are as follows, and I'm listing it over here. Okay. Now, for 2 persons, the required income is $20,025. For 3, $25,200. For 4, $30,375. And for each additional person, add $5,200 per person. The financial eligibility requirements thresholds are lower for active military, thank you for your service, and higher for residents of Alaska or Hawaii. Now, how do we prove your income? Normally, you provide your most recent federal tax return, 3 to 6 pay stubs showing year-to-date earnings, plus a letter from your employer confirming your job and what your expected annual pay is. If your income might be low, but you have, money in the bank, your cash assets can be used as an alternative to the annual income. Cash assets are assets which can be easily converted, sold to cash. For example, stocks, bonds, certificates of deposit, cash in the bank. Now, you may have a lot of other assets such as car, boat, coin collection, business, or investment property, but because these cannot be easily turned to cash, immigration will not accept them as alternatives to annual income. Now, the one exception to an asset that is hard to convert but can be counted is your home. If the market value of your home is higher than your mortgage, you may use the equity just like a cash asset. $5 of cash assets is the equivalent of $1 of annual income. So for example, if your household is just you and your new spouse, you'll need to have $20,025 annual income. But if you have no income, but do have cash assets, you would need to have, well, $20,025 times 5, or $100,125 of cash assets to qualify. Alternatively, a combination of income and assets could work. For example, your income is $10,000 per year. So the calculation for how much cash assets you would need would be $20,025 annual income requirement, less the $10,000 income you already have. That leaves a shortfall of $10,025. Then $10,025 times 5 equals $50,135, which is the amount of cash assets you'll need to qualify. Now, what if you don't have enough income or assets? Well, in that case, you can ask a relative or friend to act as a joint sponsor. Just like buying a car, your joint sponsor, well, could co-sign your loan. Now, when you use a co-sponsor, the total size of the household increases. Now we combine all the people in your household plus those in your joint sponsors. For example, you ask your father to joint sponsor. Now your household is just 2 persons, you and your new spouse. But your father's household is your father, mother, and the 2 children living at home. So the combined household would be 6 persons, and the combined income of both you, the sponsor, and joint sponsor would need to be $40,725 or more to qualify. Now, this was Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Please like or add your comments to this video. And then go to VisaCoach.com and sign up for the VisaCoach monthly newsletter. Each month it's full of tips and advice on immigration, and free of charge. Finally, when you are ready to hire my help to win your case, please call for your free consultation and to get started.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, speak with the Visa Coach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.